on KKBS. I'm Mike Patterson, Todd Singletary, and Matt, the Captain Yunkin, all lined up here. We got live TV tonight, live radio from Dalhart. We're lined up with you got the entire Panhandle press corps in the press box tonight to watch Homecoming 2015 as the Guymon Tigers host the Dalhart Golden Wolves here in Guymon tonight. And as we speak, the officials and captains are meeting at midfield, and I will ask Todd Singletary to eagle-eye the toss of the coin while we continue our introduction to the ball game. Just prior to the kickoff here and our coming on air, they announced our homecoming king and queen for 2015 here at Guymon High School. Crystal Gerardo and Carter Nash, the queen and king respectively. They were announced and crowned just a few minutes ago to a great ovation from a very, very large crowd. I'll tell you what, Todd, I'm going to go ahead and bring you in right now. Getting into the stadium tonight was a bit of a chore, wasn't it?
It was. There were and still are a lot of cars in the parking lot. They got here early, of course, for the tailgate. And I suspect they moved a lot of burgers and hot dogs tonight.
I'll tell you what, it's exactly like you said. Getting into the gate where we come in back here behind the press box was like running the gauntlet tonight. I mean, the turnout was fantastic.
As the team that we saw last year.
Well,
it was really good.
It was a really good team last year. And so as you marking these things down, maybe Dalhart not quite the same team it was. Clearly Guymon's a better team than it was. Is it enough, Todd, to make what was a big loss last year into a close ball game tonight?
I think it is definitely enough to make it close. I said when we were in warm-ups that Tigers win in overtime, and that wouldn't surprise me tonight. I think it will be that close. If the Tigers find rhythm offensively, then the Tigers should do very well tonight.
It is homecoming 2015, and that's always an added, bonus in terms of energizing a team. Coach talked about that in the post-game last week, but it also has its own set of distractions as well. I mean, the whole week is building to this moment. Everybody, all of those kids are jacked up in the hallways. Everybody had the cowbells and corsages on today.
Yeah.
Everybody in black and orange. The big pep assembly at the end of the day. So there's a lot of energy. But if you're Coach Richmond and his crew, it's all about getting the kids focused on what happens now on this field for the next 48 minutes.
Right. You've got to set all that aside and realize you've got a football game to play, and they're going to have to get out there, get focused, and find what they've been able to put together in the first 2 weeks and build on it and take it to that next level, because districts start next week, and now's the time to get it figured out.
Actually, that's exactly the next thing I was going to talk about, Todd, is that this is your last opportunity in terms of a game that doesn't have any meaning beyond the win and the loss. There's no district title on the line, no playoff implications. It's your last opportunity to kind of tweak some things if you want to tweak them. But it's also, you don't necessarily want to show everything that you might want to be able to do as you move into district play, because it starts counting for serious next week.
Right, and coaches look at film, and they're going to see what the Tigers have done in the first 2 weeks. They're going to see what they do tonight. You don't want to show everything, but you've got to start throwing more into the playbook, because you've got to start finding what works and what doesn't work for this team.
Exactly, and a part of it is, too, I think, Todd, is we've talked about the fact that in terms of experience, this team actually got some experience now. They played these kids when they were really young now for the last couple of years, so they've got some game experience, but at the same time, it's a different kind of balancing act in that, you're playing in competitive games, where in the last couple of seasons, playing in a competitive game was a rare thing.
Sure, and it's going to be different, and they're going to have to learn how to win ball games in the fourth quarter, and that's going to be a strong task for these Guymon Tigers tonight.
We're about ready to kick it off here in Memorial Stadium, Carl and Lou McKinnon Field. Thanks for joining us here on KKBS tonight. Once again, I'm Mike Patterson, Todd Singletary sitting second chair, and Matt, the Captain Yunkin, he's running the camera. If you're watching us on KKBS TV, that's kkbs.tv on the World Wide Web, hey, thanks for joining us tonight here on KKBS. Brett Johnson to kick off for the Golden Wolves. Approaches, short kick, takes a bounce and recovered by the Tigers by an up man at the 33-yard line, and flags immediately on the play. Probably a late hit is my guess, but the Tigers, at least if they hold this position, it is a procedure call. I'm sorry, a personal foul, I should say, against Dalhart. So they'll tack 15 on, and the Tigers are going to start in fantastic field position for the beginning of this ball game.
We didn't get to the announcement, but Dalhart won the coin toss and deferred to the second half, and so they will be receiving the ball likely in the third quarter, so that's why Guymon is getting here in the first quarter, and they will get the win behind them as well here in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 Tigers from their own 48. You got to pay off this great field position to start the ball game. Pistol formation, single back behind, low snap, controlled by Santos, but he is buried immediately. And the timing on that play, sorry, it's Huckins in at quarterback. The timing on that play was off from the beginning because of the low snap.
Yeah, bad snap, and he's able to pick it up, but the penetration came through so quickly that Aaron was very fortunate to go ahead and just keep the ball.
Loss of 7 back to the 41. Now the Golden Wolves look like they've jumped off sides. Were they drawn off? That's the question. We'll wait for the officials to tell us. Now Dalhart's backing up, so the Tigers get 5 of it back on that penalty. Second down will be the call, and the 5 yards moves it back to the 46. Call it 2nd and 12. Huckins at quarterback in the pistol. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Huckins tucks it, wants to run. At the 45, cuts to his right, gets to midfield into Dalhart territory. He's down to the 48-yard line. Huckins gets decent yardage to move it to 3rd, but still a long way to go for that first down.
Connor Smith in on the stop for the Golden Wolves. He's a senior 6'2", 210-pounder, and he showed pretty good speed to catch up to Mr. Huckins and bring him down.
3rd and 6 is the call. A little bit low on the snap. Quick sling out to the left, trying to get into the hands of Ochoa, and he can't drag it in. It is incomplete, and we got a 4th down. Guymon going with a hurry-up type offense here, Todd.
Yep, and we've seen that over the last couple of weeks, showing that quick pace when they get something going. That time, that was a pass that we've seen several times in the early going of this season, as Ochoa is lined up far to the left, and he cuts back towards the middle of the field, but the pass was just a bit low.
4th and 6, the Tigers at least show punt. Padilla back in punt formation. The receiver back at about his own 10. High, spiraling punt, fair catch called for and taken at about the 18-yard line there for the Golden Wolves with that Stephen Tello, and the Wolves will start 1st and 10 from their own 18.
It's unfortunate that the Tigers could not take advantage of that great field position to start this ball game, but to get a good punt, about 30 yards or
30,
so.
Yep, right at 30. And no return. That's also a bonus.
Big time.
And, field position definitely in the Tigers' favor after the punt. We'll have to see now what the Golden Wolves do. Just underway here, 10:57 left first period, no score. Tigers' first play first set of downs is a 3 and out. Take a minute and 3 seconds off the clock. Receivers right and left. 1 man in the backfield behind quarterback for Dalhart. Now man in motion. I got Borger on the brain, don't I? That's Jesse Lujan at the quarterback spot, and they call the Golden Wolves for the penalty.
Lots of penalty for the Golden Wolves early in this ball game. That is the 3rd penalty assessed against the Golden Wolves here early for a total of 25 yards.
1st down and 15 from the 13. Handoff to the running back. Starts to his right, comes back to his left. Carrying the ball there is Connor Smith. That's a name I remember from last year. Smith with positive yards. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll have 2nd down.
Yeah, we saw him playing on defense. Made that 1 tackle on Aaron Huckins. They're on 2nd down.
4-yard pickup for Golden Wolves. It'll be 2nd and 11 from their own 17-yard line. Direct snap to Lujan, handoff to Smith. He'll try left tackle, gets to the 20 and is stood up there. Not a lot of running room on that left-hand side, and the Wolves will face 3rd and long.
Great defense by the Tigers on 1st and 2nd down. They've only given up a yard between we'll give him 2 yards maybe on that carry, but nice defense by this Tiger team.
3rd and 8 is the call. Ball just across the 20-yard line. They've got to get to the 28 for the first and then just outside the 28 actually. as the Wolves on their first possession, finding it difficult to pick up much yardage on the ground. Man in motion from left to right. Lujan, they're going to jump again. I'll tell you what, the Golden Wolves just seem to be out of sync here in the early going, Todd. Another procedure penalty against them.
Wideout number 11, Stephen Tello, was lined up in the right side as the wideout, and he went on one, and the snap was on two.
Yeah, everybody else was staying home. So third down, it'll mark him off the 5 yards. Call it third and a long 13. They've got to go from the 15 to the 28 to get the first down. Lujan, in their version of the shotgun, direct snap, little fake. Now wants to throw a loft pass out to the left. Leads his receiver too much. It is incomplete. Intended receiver there for the Golden Wolves, number 84, Fredis Quintanilla. And it is incomplete. And fourth down is the call for the Golden Wolves.
Nice coverage out there by the Tigers. The intended receiver got a little bit of space between he and a couple of men that were chasing him down, but it was close enough. They could have closed the gap on the pass, but it was well overthrown.
So, Wolves will be in punt formation. The Tigers should come out of this with excellent field position as they hold the Wolves to a 3 and out. And again, off a procedure call, and everybody just not on the same page. If you're wearing the white and gold and purple tonight, it's just not going well.
Man, that is the 5th penalty early going here for a total of 35 yards assessed against Dalhart.
Wow. Smith looks like he's the man in the punt formation. It is a short punt formation, Todd. You notice how close he is up to the line of scrimmage. It's unusual for a punter to be that close. Maybe give him the opportunity to run a wildcat eventually out of that. Smith gets the punt away. Taken at the 45 in Guymon territory. Here comes the return. Midfield, 45, 40. Cuts inside, 35, and taken down inside the 30. Flags come out from the far side. That may not be the same thing you saw even, Todd, because they came from a completely different position on the field.
Yes, came from a long ways. Holding against Guymon was the initial signal by the head linesman, but it seemed clear to me that one of the Golden Wolves had a hold of Ishmael's helmet, twisted him around at the end of that run. But I think Guymon's going to lose a few yards here.
Yeah, I don't think they saw that at all. And the holding penalty came from the back judge. And so that is the signal there against the Tigers. Williams was down at about the 28-yard line. And now we'll see where they set it down. Going to put it down at the 38. 10 yards, they say, right at the tackle spot is where the hold occurred. So the Tigers still coming out of this smelling like roses with the ball at the Dalhart 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Getting things sorted out. Took a second. Huckins remains at quarterback. Handoff. This is Lagarda. Smith filled the hole, and Lagarda maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Well, that's how you play linebacker, my friend.
Yeah. You find the runner, you pick him up, and you find a place that you can attack him, and that's exactly what he did. He went right in between the center and the guard and brought him down quickly.
Well, in a complete mano-a-mano kind of play, it was Lagarda versus Smith. Smith wins the tackle. They gave him about half a yard on the carry. Huckins throws across the middle. He's picked and immediately tackled on after the interception. The intended receiver was Purdy, but coming up with the INT for the Golden Wolves was Stephen Tillo, and the Wolves have turned the Tigers over.
Man, that's something that the Tigers have not given up this season, and that is the first. Well, actually, we did have one interception last week. I forgot about that, but that's the second one. First one that Aaron has thrown this season.
Dalhart will have possession at the Guymon 27-yard line after the interception, but no return. So 1st and 10, Golden Wolves from their own 27-yard line. 8:48 left first period. No score. Guymon homecoming as they host Dalhart here in Tigerland tonight. 1st and 10 Wolves from their own 27. Direct snap. Quarterback puts it in the belly of the running back, then pulls it out, keeps it himself on the option to the left-hand side. Lots of hard running, but he only picks up about 3 out to the 30.
This Tiger team has done a nice job against the run defense, and they've only been thrown on once, and they certainly didn't have any issues there. This Tiger defense that we've been praising since the opening game has come to play tonight for sure.
Give him 3 to the 30, 2nd and a long 7 for the Wolves. Lujan at quarterback. Direct snap, hands it off to Smith. He'll try the right side. Boy, the Tigers are there to plug that up. He gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage, bounces back to the left. They'll give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7 will be the call.
Mr. Smith has had a tough night on defense or on offense. That's his 3rd carry, and a total of 1 yard between those 3 carries.
I like that.
Yeah, we'll take that all night long.
Split 2 receivers each way for Lujan on a 3rd and 7 from the Dalhart 30. Play action, throws left, batted into the air, falls incomplete. Nice play defensively for the Tigers as they break it up, and it falls incomplete. That'll force Dalhart again into a punt situation.
You love that situation when you can't get to the quarterback. Position yourself, leverage yourself, and then go up and try to bat that ball down, and that's exactly what one of the Tigers was able to do.
That was Nick Brewer that got his hand on it over there on that right-hand side.
Love to see that.
So 4th and long. Tigers will drop a man again into punt formation back about his own 25. Smith off the side of his foot coming directly at us. It'll go out of bounds on the Tigers sideline, and the Tigers will have fantastic field position as it's out of bounds at the 43 in Dalhart territory, a 13-yard punt.
Tigers have had excellent field position to start this ball game. They have not been able to find any offense, but they've certainly been working from the right side of the field, left as it turns out. But it's right to be left.
Correct.
Unless we're talking politics and then...
Hey, leave that at the door.
No, we're just having fun. Come on.
Huckins remaining at quarterback here in the halfway mark of the first period. Handoff to the left-hand side, and in the game, running at quarterback, or rather at running back, Drew Winter off the left side is good there for about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Nice running by Drew there as he had a little rough time he had one run last week that was pretty decent, but that was about the only time that he got to touch the ball.
Hand up, right up the middle, got a hole, stood a man up and drove him back and down inside the 35 to near the 32.
That's going to be enough for the
should be a first down, yeah.
Yeah, nice running by Drew. That is enough for a Tiger first down, and that's the first one of the ball game.
Do you like to see that? Boy, that hole was big on that left-hand side.
It was big, and boy, he plowed through once he found somebody to hit him. Whoops, not that time.
On the option, that time Dalhart figured it out, and Winter on the right-hand side. I think he'll lose a yard, Todd.
I would tend to agree with that. But Drew, on those first 2 runs, nice running. He had good blocking up front and was lowering his shoulders and looking for somebody to hit.
And again, no huddle from the Tigers. Huckins at quarterback in the pistol. Direct snap, looking to his left. Now a little swing pass to Winter. Almost breaks a tackle. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and we'll have 3rd and long for the Tigers.
Well, at least Aaron got his first completion of the night. He's thrown 1 incomplete and 1 interception. But he finds Drew on the swing pass out to the left. At least got something positive out of it.
From the 32, I think they drew Dalhart off on a hard count on the 3rd and long.
Like that. That's going to make 3rd down much more manageable. It is offsides against Dalhart.
Should have put the ball down around the 27 after they mark it off. So 3rd and 5, and we're edging into potential field goal territory, Todd.
I think you're exactly right. I'd love to see Mr. Javier Medina.
Huckins will pull it down and run it himself. It's across the 25, stretching to near the 22. It is close to a first down, and we may even see him bring the sticks on. It's that close.
He may be a half a yard. No, they're going to say it's enough.
Oh, they didn't even bring it on.
Wow. Works for me.
Needed 5, got 5. 1st and 10 Tigers from the 22 in Dalhart territory. Tigers threatening with 6 minutes left in the first period. Fresh set of downs, nearing the red zone. Give to Winter. Not much running room there. Quick fill, again, defensively by the Golden Wolves. Maybe got a yard out of it. It'll be 2nd and long.
Had a little bit of penetration on the left-hand side of the Tigers' defense by a gentleman that's not on the Dalhart roster, but he got kind of in the backfield, and that forced it back to the middle.
3 receivers right, 1 left for Huckins. Wants to throw, looks right. Little swing pass out to the right-hand side. Kind of the same play they ran a little bit ago with Drew to the left-hand side, but he can't haul it in. It's incomplete.
A little bit low, and the play just seemed a bit out of sorts from the get-go. But the Tigers again going with a hurry-up.
Huckins at quarterback. Same formation with 3 receivers, 2 his right, 1 left. 3rd and 9 the call. Huckins looking to the sideline to get the call that he wants. Direct snap. Keeps it himself after the fake to Huckins. And boy, I'll tell you, Dalhart had that figured out from the snap. Great defense, and they will drop Huckins back at the 27-yard line.
Chandler Renshaw comes through for the Golden Wolves, and he's in the backfield very, very fast, and Huckins had no opportunity except to go down. And we are going to get a field goal.
Yep, it's like we've seen this before. I know this story. Medina on to try the field goal. This is a 44-yard attempt from dead center in the field. Snap is back. Kick is on the way. Looks like he's got the distance. Wide left is the call. No good, wide left. He had the distance, Todd.
Oh, yeah, there was plenty of distance there. He just tugged on it just a little bit, and the wind might have moved it just a tick.
So Dalhart will turn the Tigers away. We remain scoreless with 4:48 in the first period of play. Dalhart will take over at their own 20-yard line. Well, what do you think, Todd, after the first 7 minutes or so of this contest? What do you feel?
I feel very confident with what our defense is doing out there, and I believe that our offense is going to find its rhythm tonight.
Oops, flags fly prior to the snap. And I think Dalhart going to be called for the procedure again. Yep. Wow.
That is the 7th penalty and the 4th procedure penalty for Dalhart in the early going here.
We are not even 8 minutes into the ball game. Wow. Quarterback is Lujan, takes the direct snap. Swing pass right. Picked off! Flying to the ground to take the interception. Tigers come up with it. Levi Padilla with the INT, and the Tigers threaten as he goes down at the 13 with the football.
Great job as the old tip drill worked. The intended receiver just got a little bit of his hand on it, and he had a couple of Tigers there waiting and just could not wait to get their hands around it, and they do, and the Tigers have excellent field position now.
1st and 10 from the Dalhart. Call it the Dalhart 14 is where they mark it. A little bit of a conversation going on here. We're a little slow to get to the play. Haven't wound the play clock yet.
I think they're having chain issues across the way.
There you go. I see what you're talking about. Now they're going to say the 13. So the call was, we originally had it was correct at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers. Want to go for it all. To Ochoa in the corner. Tried to haul it in. It is incomplete. I think he was probably out of the corner of the end zone. Even if he had hauled it in, I don't know that it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, it would have been really, really close. But I love that call because you got a big guy with a little guy, and our guy's a big guy, and he went up and almost brought it in.
So 2nd and 10 from the 13-yard line. They've got Lagarda back in at running back. Huckins remains at quarterback. Swing pass, Lagarda left side. Dipsy-doos inside the 15. Down to the 12. It's a pickup of 1. Dalhart's got that defense pretty well now.
Yeah, they've stretched the ball out very nicely. Their defense is pretty solid side to side. The Tigers have found their running room between the tackles here in the first quarter.
3rd and 9. Huckins. Single running back is Lagarda right behind him. Huckins in the pistol formation with 3 receivers right. Gives to Lagarda. Blow the play, Dad, from the far side. And we may have the Tigers called for a procedure.
Yeah, it's definitely against the Tigers.
Yep.
It is procedure.
Illegal procedure. They'll mark it back to the 17. We'll play 3rd down. From there, the Tigers have got to go to about the, the 2. So 3rd and 13 is the call. They put it down at about the 15-yard line. That's interesting. My math don't add up, Todd. Huckins wants to throw. Throws left. Underthrows. trying to get, looks like Ochoa, who was coming from left to right, but ball into the dirt, incomplete, and the Tigers got a 4th down again. Well, Medina's going to have a much shorter chip here for the field goal attempt.
Yes, going to have a different angle, though, he's going to have to work with, as they will be kicking from the left hash. Clearly has the leg to make it from here.
It is from the left hash. This will be a 32-yard attempt. Snap is back. Kick is away. Again's got the distance. It's good! The Tigers on the board! A 32-yard field goal from Medina. And the Tigers lead at 3-zip with 3:54 left in the first period. That's a nice start to this ball game. We'll step aside. We'll take a timeout after this. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS, The Boss. 3:54 left in the first period. Guymon takes a 3-zip lead on a 32-yard Javier Medina field goal. And the Tigers on homecoming night 2015 have jumped out to a lead. Dalhart's offense, I don't know if you've had an opportunity, Todd, to actually run any kind of cumulative numbers, but man, the Golden Wolves offense is having a tough time tonight.
Yeah, sure. I can tell you that they have 5 yards of offense
Guymon
on 6 rushing plays.
1 turnover. How many penalties?
6 penalties. No, I had 7. Oh, that one went away. I'm having some issues tonight.
Tigers kickoff. Well, now they blow it dead. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Ball was in the air. I'm looking for a flag, and it is a procedure call against the Tigers, so we'll back up and kick from 5 yards deeper.
Came from the linesman across the way.
So the procedure on the kickoff, instead of kicking off at the 40, the Tigers will kick off from their own 35. We ran a second off the clock, too.
Well, I don't think anybody will complain.
No, I'm not. Just an observation.
Yeah.
Here comes the second attempt. End over end. Lynn maybe gets it a little bit. Return man back to about the 6. Here he comes up the left-hand side. Tight roping along that sideline and tackled near the 30-yard line with a return there for the Golden Wolves coming from Dominic Martinez. And it'll be 1st and 10 Wolves at the Golden Wolf 31.
This might be the best starting point for any drive for Dalhart tonight.
I think it might be. You might be right, Todd. I'm looking at they begin their first one was from the 18 and the penalty. Second one was the 30. So they've been in this vicinity at least
that vicinity,
once.
Sure. See if this Tiger team can continue to play real solid defense as they have here in the first quarter.
Snap is back. Play blown dead. Going to hand off to Smith was going to be the call, but nope, not going to happen here. I'm telling you what, you're going to burn up your calculator tonight, Todd, on procedure calls against the Golden Wolves.
My sheet only allows for 18 per quarter. I think I might be in trouble.
Back to the 26 it goes. So 1st and 15 for the Wolves from their own 26-yard line. High snap, but controlled. Handoff to Smith. He'll try to tiptoe along that left-hand side and is out to the 28-yard line just to pick up a couple of yards. Boy, I tell you what, Smith working hard and not finding a lot of room out there.
Well, the Tigers are getting such a strong push. They're getting past the guy that's trying to block them. They're getting into the backfield, and they're disrupting the lanes. And poor Smith, as soon as he takes a handoff, he's getting hit.
They're going to give him 3 to the 29, so 2nd down and 12. Got to go to the 41 for the first down. Lujan wants to throw after the play action. Way overthrown and incomplete. I tell you what, you talk about that quarterback throwing it to only where his man could get it. Nobody could get to that.
No, not even a safety that was within 10 yards was going to get that. He was trying to get it to Steven Tello, but it was just so far overthrown. There was no chance for anybody to bring that in. 3rd
and 12 for the Golden Wolves. The Tiger defense, you can't say enough good things about them in this first quarter of play. Guymon leads 3-zip. 3 minutes left first period. Play action again from Lujan. Throws it to his left. Picked off again. This is Homan with the INT. He returns it about 3 from the 39 down to the 36 Tigers. 1st and 10.
Second interception tonight. First one, of course, resulted in the 3 points for the Tigers here in the first quarter. But a great job by the Tigers defensively of staying in their zones and not sure exactly who Lujan was looking for there.
Boy, me either. Homan comes up with it, doing a good job to snag it and hang on to it. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 36 in Dalhart territory. Late going first period. Guymon leads 3-zip. Huckins wants to throw. Got the completion to Purdy at the 35. Oh. Tripped up. Dives forward, and his forward progress down to the 31. Tigers get decent yardage out of it, but Purdy looked like he was about half a step from big yardage.
Unfortunately, that half a step was tied up in his shoelaces as it's picked up by one of the Golden Wolves.
2nd and a long 5 for the Tigers. Huckins, handoff, Lagarda, hole on the left side, breaks a tackle, breaks a second tackle to the 20, down near the 15. Hard running from Victor Lagarda.
Best run of the night for Victor tonight, as his first 2 runs went for a combined 2 yards, but this one solid as that offensive line opened up a massive hole and Victor was running hard.
Down to the 16-yard line, a pickup of 15, 1st and 10 Tigers. No huddle. Huckins remains at quarterback. Handoff Lagarda this time. Actually, both fellas may have the ball now. Dalhart says they've taken it away, and the officials agree. A miscommunication on the option between quarterback and running back, and Dalhart makes the Tigers pay.
I always thought the tie went to the offensive team, but apparently there was no tie there.
I think he just ripped it right out of it with the difficulty of the exchange between quarterback and running back.
So that is the second turnover of the ball game. First fumble by the Tigers here in the first quarter.
Going to give the possession to Dalhart at their 18-yard line. So that is where the Golden Wolves take over. 1st and 10. There's a fumble and flag thrown from behind.
I think that was the beanie.
Okay. Say his knee was down when he went down to pick up the fumble. So that is the case.
Okay.
So Dalhart will retain possession, but they'll lose yardage back to the 15.
That'll work. Tigers doing it any way they can to keep pushing those Golden Wolves back.
So 2nd and 13 for Dalhart from their own 15-yard line. Direct snap to Lujan. Gives it to Smith. He wants to swing left. Breaks one tackle. Stiff arms a second man. Can't get to the corner. He'll get back to the 20. It's a decent run, but it still leaves Dalhart with 3rd and long.
Sure, decent, and the best run of the night for Dalhart. He's going to get about 6, 5? Yep.
3rd and a long 8. Late going first period. Guymon leading 3-zip on homecoming night. They'll put 2 men out to the left, 1 to the right. Lujan on a 3rd and long. High snap. Quick pass over to the left-hand side, and the Tigers sniff it out, tackle the man for a loss. The receiver there, Garrett Moore, and Moore's dropped back at the 17-yard line.
Boy, what a great job again by this Tiger defense of getting into the backfield, disrupting things, and you don't really want to cut back to the middle against this Tiger team. That's not a good idea.
Punt to come from Dalhart. Smith, as you may recall, had a 13-yard punt the last time. This one also off the side of his foot, straight up and down, comes to the near sideline, takes a Guymon roll, and will be down by Dalhart at the Golden Wolf 41-yard line. This is a 24-yard punt. Guymon, you cannot complain about. Last week we talked the entire first half, Todd, about playing on Liberals' end of the field. That has been the complete opposite case tonight.
Absolutely. Tigers have been on Dalhart's side of the field basically the entire first quarter, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 plays.
How are they going, right?
And but they've only managed to get 3 points on the board. Got to take advantage.
1 minute and 6 seconds left. Huckins, Lagarda. I'll tell you what, again, the ball has come out.
I think the ball came out.
I saw the marker come out from the official. We have no signal yet. It looks like the official says Guymon got back on it. Huckins
Aaron
got
did.
back on it. And again, I think it's exactly the same thing. I think Huckins wanted to do one thing, Lagarda wanted to do the other thing, and they could not come to some sort of agreement with the football.
Yeah, the running back needs to accept whatever the quarterback says. If he starts to pull on it, let go.
Let go. It's a 3-yard gain down to the 38. Handoff. Lagarda breaks a tackle, spinning move down to the 37. He turned a 2-yard loss into a yard gain, Todd.
Very impressive running by Mr. Lagarda. He has shown his ability to run the ball. He's quick, he's strong, and he can move things around.
They're going to call it, give him 2 down to the 36. It's 3rd and 6 Tigers. 36-yard line, Dalhart territory. Huckins wants to throw. A little pass to the right-hand side. Got the completion, but Dalhart there defensively. It'll just be a couple of yards picked up for the Tigers, and we're back to 4th down. I'll tell you what, both defenses are doing really very well tonight, Tom.
They are doing very well. It was a nice, let's see, was that Ochoa?
I think that was Coakley with the reception.
Yeah, that was Coakley. Thank you. It was kind of a middle screen that they were trying to set up. They allowed the defensive lineman to come through.
Right.
And they look for Coakley across the middle. He just can't get the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. Guymon leads 3-0. We'll step aside back after this timeout. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS. The ball. 4th and 4, and the Tigers look like they're going to go for it from just inside the 35-yard line in Dalhart territory as we come back to start the second quarter. Huckins stays in at quarterback, throws, got a completion to Ochoa at the 25, stays on his feet to the 20, and inside the 20, the Tigers convert on a 4th and 4.
Boy, that is spectacular play. Again, the line doing their job, giving Huckins time to sit in the pocket, wait for his man to cut across the middle. Ochoa from the right-hand side cuts across, gets a first down.
In traffic. Tigers come to the line with a 1st and 10 from the 18. Swing pass left side, and I don't know that everybody was on the same page there. It looked like Huckins wanted to go one way. Carter Nash, the intended receiver, was coming the other way. It is incomplete.
Trying to catch up here. Sorry about that. Yeah, that whole play just didn't seem right, but that's all right. That's why we get 4 of them.
2nd down and 10 Tigers. No huddle. Handoff. Right-hand side. Lagarda on his feet inside the 10. Down to the 9. Close to a first down. I think he's going to be just a shade short.
Yep, we're going to get 2 skinny jackrabbits in, and he's just that much short. But solid running by Victor Lagarda.
So 3rd and about a yard, maybe a little less than a yard. 11:22, second quarter just underway. Guymon leading 3-zip here over Dalhart. Direct snap to Huckins, wants to throw. Oh, look, he throws to the outside. Receiver going to the inside. That is Ochoa, and it is incomplete.
Yep, you called it exactly right, Mike, as he was lined up in the right slot. Cuts again back to on a post, and the pass just hit the wrong shoulder.
Boy, there's an interesting call right here. 4th and 1 at the 9.
They're going to kick the field goal.
Wholesale, yeah, it looks like they're going to bring Medina in.
I would have thought to go for this. Look for a fake, maybe.
Maybe. 25-yard attempt, not quite on the right hash, but close. Medina. Huckins to hold. Snap is back. Kick is on the way. Certainly got the distance. It is good. Javier Medina with his 2nd field goal of the night, like to make the Tiger lead at 6-zip with 11:12 left in the first half. Again, we'll step aside back with more action on this Guymon Tiger Station. You're listening to Tiger Sports on KKBS, the boss. 11 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second quarter, and the Tigers lead 6-zip over the Dalhart Golden Wolves on the strength of 2 Javier Medina field goals. The first, a 32-yarder. That came with 3:54 left in the first. This last one, just moments ago, was from 25 yards out. The Tigers lead 6-zip over the Golden Wolves in a game that the Tiger defense has dominated.
Absolutely. I mean, Dalhart has 6 total yards of offense in the first quarter.
Medina with a little wind at his back gets this into the end zone. There will be no return.
Like that.
I like it a lot.
And I think we're going to see it a lot throughout this 2015 campaign.
I'm good with that.
You're okay with that?
I am good with that.
Last year, you know, the Tigers kickoff return team had a lot of excitement and brought some big plays to it.
Yep.
But it's sure nice to not worry about somebody doing that to you this season.
Yeah, I got to tell you, you're right. That was in a season that was a tough season. And one of the bright spots was that return game.
Mm-hmm. Bailey Holman was a big part of that.
Wolves on offense, running back, handoff. I think this is Smith. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No.
Tiger defense sniffed it out. He'll lose 3. I'll tell you what, Connor Smith has got to be just shaking his head.
I believe that was Zach Stonecipher who came through there and just hit him right after. Again, he gets a snap, and he's got nowhere to go but down.
Loss of 3. Dalhart, 2nd and 13 from their own 17. They haven't really sniffed Guymon territory.
Not even close, and that's okay.
Lujan puts a man in motion from right to left. Handoff, no, faked it. Swing pass, left side. Man in motion, did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Good defense from the Tigers. I mean, just excellent defense.
Oh, my goodness. Very, very impressive as, again, completed pass goes to Tello, but it's a second completed pass, and they've both been for negative yards because the Tigers attack and they bring him down in the backfield.
I'm just telling you, Todd, one of the things that the discipline defensively is really something to behold here tonight. 3rd and 14, play action from Lujan. Wants to throw to his right, nearly picked by Holman again. It falls incomplete. He maybe thought he was off to the races just a second or two before he hauled it in.
Yeah, and then he looks down at his hands like, what have you done to me?
What did you do?
Why did you let me down? I put you in the right place. I gave you the opportunity, and what did you do? I'm sure he's never heard that from a coach.
No. No. Punt attempt now from Smith. Again, off the side of his right foot. It's going to be high. It's going to be short. Bounces still in Guymon territory. Rolls finally into or out of Dalhart into Guymon territory. So the Tigers will start at their Tiger 49. It's their worst field position in a while. And if that's the worst field position you have in a night, that's pretty good.
We're just fine with that. If this Tiger defense continues to play at the level that it has tonight, the Tigers are not going to spend much time on their side of the field.
It is a 35-yard punt. Tigers 1st and 10 from their own 49. Direct snap. Huckins staying in at quarterback. Swing pass might have been a lateral to the right-hand side. Is complete to the 50. That is Winter, and there's a flag at the end of the play. Thrown with authority by the line judge. The play only going to be good for a couple of yards, but I think we may be tacking some yardage onto it.
I think so. I think they're going to call a face mask, but it looked to me like he grabbed his shoulder, not his face mask. We'll see. No, it's holding against Guymon.
Oh,
yeah,
boy. Wow.
What I thought they were calling was not what they were calling because it didn't make sense. That'll be the 4th penalty against the Tigers here in the first half for 30 yards.
So give them 2 on the pass completion, Todd. Play the down over, back to the 41. So 1st and 18. Tigers at their own 41-yard line after the holding call. Huckins tucks it and going to run to the 40, to the 45, stretches to the 46. Hard contact there from the Golden Wolves.
Oh, big contact.
Aaron going to wind up with a gain of 5.
That will be his 7th carry here in the first half for a total of 8 yards. Leading rusher Victor Lagarda with 4 carries for 26 yards.
2nd down and 13 from the 46. Pass to the right-hand side. Ochoa hauls it in. Good defense, but broken tackles. Ochoa gets the nose of the football across midfield into Dalhart territory. It'll be 3rd, or rather 4th and long for the Tigers.
Nice job by Ochoa fighting through the first hit and is able to get 2 or 3 yards extra, and that could be very important on this drive.
So 3rd down Tigers and 8. Huckins wants to throw. Pumps once, now throws left. Got a man out there. It's Nash. Can't haul it in at the 30. It's incomplete. Just a little too tall. Nash climbed the ladder but couldn't get there.
Yeah, I think he got a little confused about when to jump, and I think he jumped just a little bit late as the pass may have got held up by the breeze, and it falls to the ground, and the Tigers will be forced to punt.
I think one of the things that's given Dalhart fits tonight is the hurry up. I think that's really given him fits defensively.
That's a good point.
So 4th and 8, the Tigers look to be in punt formation with the ball just inside the Dalhart territory. Dalhart will put a man back, standing at about his own 14. Snap is back. Padilla's punt, end over end. Nice, high, fair catch. Called for through the hands of the receiver, and he gets back on it at the 8. I'll tell you what, there with the catch, Stephen Tello threw his hands after the fair catch, and Dalhart again in a hole.
Big time hole, and we'll see if the Tigers continue to play strong defense, as Dalhart has found 0 offense. They are now with 2 yards of offense in the ball game.
Do they have a first down, Tom?
No.
8:21 left in the first half. Guymon leads at 6-zip on the strength of 2 Javier Medina field goals. Lujan at quarterback, he's had a tough night. Smith, the running back, he's had a tough night. Lujan, hands off. Smith finds some running room on the right side, is across the 15. That's one of the better runs we've seen for Dalhart in a while.
Yeah, and it was a great fake because he faked me out. I had no idea that he didn't still have that ball. And Alexander Smith gets a good run there.
7 yards out to the 16, 2nd down and 3 for the Wolves. Get a little bit of breathing room. Still deep in their own territory on the 2nd down. Direct snap to Lujan. Fakes it. Going to keep it around the left side. Flags fly. Tigers take Lujan out of bounds near the 20-yard line. And you would think, Todd, from where the flag came from, that this will be a hold, but let's see what the officials tell us.
I would tend to agree. He did get enough, should be, for the first down, so I think the mark is going to depend on whether Tigers accept this penalty or not. Waiting.
Preliminary signal from the linesman is that it's a hold.
Okay, there we go.
And it is a hold against Dalhart. That's the official call.
And they will accept the penalty.
Yeah, the flag down at the 16, so they'll mark it off from there. Apparently at the 7, or 17, because they put the ball down at the 7 in Dalhart territory after they marked the holding penalty off.
So he gets how many yards on that carry?
You're asking me to do math, man.
Yeah, 17, and where was the play started?
Got a yard.
He got a yard. Thank you.
2nd and 11 from the 7. Wolves put a man in motion. Play action. Lujan wants to throw. Got a man complete to the 10. Tiger defense drags him down at the 12. And then a flag at the end of the play. I think they're going to call the Tigers maybe for unsportsmanlike.
Wow. That was well short of the first down, and Martinez making that reception. Officials huddled at the far hash mark.
Well, it looked to me, we'll see what the call is, but it looked to me like an official took a little bit of exception to a very happy Tiger. Oh, but it's not. It's against Dalhart. Personal foul against the Wolves. I had that completely read wrong.
Wow. It was definitely thrown with authority. Normally you throw those high in the air, but he threw it straight into the ground, right at the feet of some of the players. So that'll be assessed at the end of that play.
Back to the 7, it brings up 3rd down. So a loss of about 4 after the penalty. Lujan wants to throw big to the right-hand side. Floater broken up by Homan on the far sideline, and the Tigers will force Dalhart to punt yet again.
Well done by the Tigers defensively there. They got a little help from the flags, but they stood tall and did not allow Lujan to find any sort of rhythm there.
Well, again, Todd, the Tigers ought to come out of this smelling like roses in terms of field position, as Smith is going to be punting this from about the goal line. 6:21 left in the second quarter. Guymon leads 6-zip. Connor Smith to punt for Dalhart. Guymon back to receive. High snap. Smith digs it out. Punts away. Up man, going to take it at the 48. Here comes the return from Homan to the near side. Trying to break a tackle, can't do it. Good defense. And a flag from way away from the play in the middle of the field, Todd.
Fredis Quintanillo. Sorry, let me try that again. Quintanillo.
Quintanilla.
Yeah, Quintanilla. That's even better.
That's easy.
Yeah. Makes the stop for Dalhart. It appears to be against Guymon.
Now they had the return to the 42 in Dalhart territory. And they'll mark the penalty off after the end of the return. So Guymon will retain the football, but start at their own 43-yard line.
Must have been a personal foul.
Had to have been. Had to have been.
They never gave us the official call.
Guymon football from their own 43, 1st and 10.
As Guymon takes a timeout.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it too, and we'll do it while we're in a timeout. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Tiger Sports on KKBS, the ball. Welcome back to KKBS, where the Guymon Tigers are hosting the Dalhart Golden Wolves. It is homecoming 2015, and the Tigers have had it going their way in the first half. They lead 6-0, 2 field goals, and the Tigers with possession after a punt penalty. Tigers 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Yep, quarterback now is Santos for the first time in the game. Handoff. Tried to go right, then goes left. Going to get a yard or two out of it. Not a lot of running room there for Lagarda on that first down play.
Much better job by Dalhart there of stopping the inside play by the Tigers. Tigers have gotten some nice runs on the inside here tonight.
2nd down and 8 from their 45, the Tigers. Santos at quarterback. He'll call his own number after the fake to Lagarda and get to midfield. Good running room for Santos on 2nd down.
Nice run. I'm kind of surprised it took a while to get Mr. Santos in. Normally they've been swapping out at quarters, but they let Aaron get a little more. Of course, Santos got a lot more playing time last week.
Exactly. So 3rd and 3 right at midfield. Talking to his running back is Jacob Santos. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Santos, hands off. Lagarda got the first down and more. Inside the 45, down to the 42. Nice hole on the right-hand side.
Man, good running by Mr. Lagarda there, who's having a pretty good first half. That's his 6th carry for 36 yards.
Yeah, they gave him 9, all the way to the 41.
Oh.
5 minutes left in the first half. Tigers leading 6-0. Santos. Direct snap to him, looks left, now pulls it down, goes to his right, looks right. Purdy takes off, got the completion inside the 25, down to the 22. A beautiful adjustment after the original design of the play broke down.
Yeah, a great job by Purdy of recognizing that Santos was coming his way, and he kind of gave some eye contact to Santos, turned and ran, and he was picked up, and a great pass.
Same formation. Lagarda with a huge hole on the left side. Inside the 15. Down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Tigers should have 1st and goal to go.
Yeah, that's going to be the 5th first down of the first half for the Tigers. And they will have 1st and goal after a solid run. And again, this offensive line found itself last week and is playing a whale of a game. 1st
and goal from the 8. No huddle. Dalhart jumps on the hard count. The Tigers should get 5 free.
And we'll take 5 free. That'll be the 10th penalty assessed. Yeah, 10th penalty assessed against Dalhart. We saw it last week where the Tigers got a ton of flags. This week they're getting some of it back as Dalhart has had a tough time with the penalties. So Tigers will have 1st and goal from the 4. Lagarda starts right, spins to his left, maybe a half a yard. Not a lot of running room for Lagarda on the first down play there. Yeah, that's the first time we've seen in a while where Dalhart has been able to get that push. This time on their left-hand side, the Tigers' right-hand side. Mr. Lagarda tried to spin around it, but could not that time. Going to load receivers to the left-hand side, Todd, on the 2nd and goal from the 3. Throws to the right, trying to get it to Ochoa. Touchdown, Tigers! Great Kiggly Bigglies! Tremendous throw and even a better catch by Mr. Ochoa, who goes to the corner, the near side, goes up, and he's bigger than everybody. He's 6'3", and you're not going to see many guys that can stay with him, and we're going to see a lot of that this year. And he goes up and hauls that pass in and gets the first touchdown of the ball game. Tigers with the extra point attempt from Medina to count. 3:58 left in the first half. First touchdown of the evening. Kicks away from Medina, and it is good. Tigers lead goes to 13-0 after the 3-yard touchdown pass
from Santos to Ochoa. We'll step aside. Back after this timeout. You're listening to Tiger Sports on KKBS, The Boss. 3 minutes and 58 seconds left in the second quarter. The Tigers pitching a shutout so far tonight, leading at homecoming 13-zip. The latest score, a 3-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Santos to Jovan Ochoa. And the Tigers have dominated this half, certainly defensively, but that offensive drive, Mr. Singletary, a fine-looking drive.
Very balanced and a very solid drive.
Kickoff from the 1. Here was the return to the 5, 10, 15, 20, in traffic, and now taken down at the 25. The return there for the Golden Wolves coming from Dominic Martinez. And Dalhart's got to be pretty happy to start with the football outside their own 20-yard line.
They can't quite see their goalpost. This score just coming in. Vega up over Texoma, 6-0.
Come on, Red Devils.
Yeah. Thanks, Kerry Corbett. Appreciate it, bud.
1st and 10, Dalhart from their own 25. Breaking the huddle. Quarterback is going to run it to the right-hand side on a keeper, and he's met just as he gets across the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard. That is Jesse Lujan, who has had a tough night tonight, quarterbacking for the Golden Wolves.
Yeah, Dalhart now has 13 yards of offense, and all of that coming on, 15 of it running, -2 passing.
For 1 yard gain, so 2nd and 9, the call for the Wolves. Put a man in motion from right to left, and he will get the handoff on the jet kind of formation, trying to get to the corner. Gets to the 28, stretches to the 30. Boy, he had to run a long way to get 4 yards. With the carry is Steven Tello. It'll be 3rd down, Dalhart.
Yeah, he's had a tough time tonight. He's caught a pass for like -1 yard. And this time they put him in the jet formation, have him in motion from right to left, hand it off to him. And the Tigers very disciplined on their edge defense of just holding their blocks and then making a move whenever the running back gets to them.
3rd and 5, Golden Wolves from their own 30. Luan puts a man in motion. That is Tello again. They'll run the same play to the right side. Tello tries to turn it up inside, and he's good for 2.5, maybe 3. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, if he gets one more, he might be the leading rusher for Dalhart here in the first half. That's definitely been one of the more productive plays.
They will bring Smith from the sideline and at least show punt. You got to think from their own 33, they're going to punt it away, Tom. Holman will drop back in punt return formation for the Tigers. 2 minutes left in the half. Kind of a pooch punt from Smith, bounces at the 30, takes a Dalhart roll and will die dead at the Tiger 25. Holy smokes.
Whoops. Where?
Where are we?
Wow.
That's as deep as the Tigers have started the possession, I think, all night.
Oh, I think easily by 10 to 15 yards, that's the worst field position for the Tigers, but that's all right. We've got a minute and 56 seconds here in the first half. Got a couple of timeouts in your pocket.
See if you can put something together.
I think Coach will consider it. He might not be too aggressive.
Santos remains at the quarterback position after the last drive. Wants to throw, complete to the right-hand side. Got positive yardage. That's Ochoa across the 30 to the 32. It's a pickup of 7. 2nd and 3.
Nice route by Ochoa as he's lined up out to the right-hand side. Cuts hard to the left, and the pass was timed very well.
2nd and 3. Quick count. No huddle. Handoff. This is Winter, bounces outside after initial contacts, got the first down, and out near the 40-yard line. That'll move the chains. We have a $1:27 left in the first half.
That'll be the 6th first down of the ball game for the Tigers. Total offense for the Tigers, 124 yards, 83 of that running and 41 in passing.
1st and 10 Tigers from their own 40. Santos in the pistol, direct snap to him, handoff, big hole. Broken tackle. Oh, just getting him by the shoelaces. Drew thought he might be off to the races. He comes up with 6, but he thought he was going to get a lot more.
Yeah, he was kind of hoping to get a block out on the right-hand side there as he was going to turn it up the field, but that they couldn't quite connect, and so the Tigers will try to go quickly here.
2nd and 3 after the 7-yard pickup. Santos in trouble. Now pulls it down. He's going to run. Now throws from the 45. It's incomplete. He gets hammered at the end of the play, and that stops the clock with 52 seconds left in the second quarter. Incomplete pass.
I thought that he was going to have some issues, and as 2 of the Golden Wolves came in on his left-hand side, but he just steps right up around it and just very calm in the pocket. Very impressive presence there by Mr. Santos.
Oh, ball's on the ground, Todd. Bad exchange again between quarterback and running back, and Dalhart has recovered the fumble at the Tiger 44.
That'll be the 3rd turnover for the Tigers here in the first half. The 2nd fumble lost, and that's not what the Tigers needed, because now Dalhart is on Guymon's side of the field for the first time tonight.
The Wolves will have first down, 47 seconds left in the half. I don't know that they've used a timeout, have they, Todd? I don't remember one from Dalhart.
No, they have not.
So they got 3 in their pocket. Guymon defense has been outstanding in this first half. Called upon to turn Dalhart away in the late going of the second quarter. Smith in motion. Lujan, direct snap, in trouble immediately. He'll be dropped back near midfield. Boy, I'll tell you what, the Tiger defense was just quick to the quarterback on that play.
They have played so well here in the first half. You can't say enough good things about what this Tiger defense has done. They have been stingy in all facets of the game. They have had good coverage down the field when Lujan has set up in the pocket to pass. He has 3 completions, but they're all for negative yards.
16 seconds clock on the move. Dalhart gets out of the huddle and should get the play off. Lujan wants to throw a little screen down and is complete, breaking a couple of tackles to the 40, down to the 35, down to the 33 with the reception there for the Golden Wolves with Stephen Tello. And it's the best position on the field Dalhart has seen all night.
And they're going to get their first down of the ball game with 3 seconds left in the half as Dalhart does take a timeout.
Now they're gonna for sure want to talk about, you get one play. What are you going to do? You're 33 yards out. We'll just keep it here with 3 seconds left in the half. Guymon leads 13-0. They have dominated this ball game from the beginning, particularly on the defensive end of the field. 2 field goals from Javier Medina and then a touchdown from Guymon in the early going of the late going of the second quarter on a touchdown pass from Santos to Ochoa. And the Tigers lead at 13-0 with just 3 seconds left in the half. As you may recall, Dalhart deferred the option after winning the toss of the coin at the beginning of the ball game, so we assume that Dalhart will obviously take the ball to start the second quarter, or rather second half. Coming out of the timeout, Lujan at quarterback, Smith the running back, receivers 2 right and 2 left for the Wolves on what should be the last play of the half, barring a defensive penalty. Lujan flings it out to the right. Big traffic jam, incomplete, and then a flag, late going flag, Todd.
Wow, I didn't see anything live that caused me for alarm.
No.
It looked certainly that there was some bumping, but it was all going for the ball and didn't appear, well, they're going to call pass interference against Guymon.
Yeah, and it is a defensive penalty, so the half is not over.
Mm-hmm.
That'll should put the ball down at about the 18, and Dalhart will get to run a play. No time left on the clock, but the defensive penalty means that Dalhart will get to run one play at least, barring another defensive penalty.
Sure, an untimed down.
And Golden Wolves have clearly their best opportunity of the night. I'm with you, Todd. I might quibble with the call. It just seemed like a jump ball and a lot of contact everywhere.
Sure, absolutely. Everybody was jumping into everybody.
Lujan wants to throw, pumps, now throws, picked off in the back of the end zone. Tigers turn him away. I think it was Purdy that officially comes up with the INT, and it's halftime. You can't complain.
No, that's a very good thing. That'll be another turnover, but very impressive play by this Tiger defense here in the first half. The defense has played very well. The offense found some.
For the last couple of minutes, scoring in the first half came as a result of 2 field goals, one of 32 yards from Javier Medina, with 3:54 left in the first period. The second field goal for Medina came early in the second quarter with 11:12 left. He hit from 25. That accounted for 6 Guymon points, and then the Tigers got on the touchdown train late going second quarter with 3:58 left in the half. A touchdown pass that covered 3 yards from Santos to Ochoa. The extra point by Medina was good, and that is the scoring summary. 13-0. Dalhart spent most of the first half in their end of the field, had awful field position. Guymon had great field position. Dalhart had difficulty in the punt game in terms of getting much distance, although that got a little better as the second quarter went on. And, of course, those penalties in the early going, they were just killing Dalhart in the early going. They had procedure after procedure after procedure call. That seemed to settle down too. All of it probably moot in terms of Dalhart kind of solving some problems because the Guymon Tiger defense has been outstanding in this first half.
They have just played a whale of a ball game, only giving up 35 yards in the entire half. You would be hard-pressed to find a duplicate of that performance, to my memory, certainly. Some scores from the area. Vega is still up. They're at the half over Texoma 6-0. Beaver is down 35-0 to Hollis. Trying to jump through here quickly. Let's see. Turpin is up over Laverne 16-12. And let's see. Shattuck's up over Bush City 18-0.
Cherokee over Tyrone there.
Oh, thank you.
36-24. Yep.
And we have some scores within our district. McGinnis is down to Weatherford 14-0. That's a whale of a ball game.
Future district opponent Woodward leading Tulsa Rogers right now.
21-0.
And I say that because they'll be back in the district next year.
That's right.
Tigers and the Golden Wolves about to start the second half here. We anticipate that the Tigers will be kicking off and that Dalhart will take the football as they won the toss and deferred the option. That is, the Golden Wolves won the toss and deferred the option. So Guymon anticipating a kickoff. Medina has had a very nice night here. You may recall he missed his opening field goal. He tried it from, I believe that was a 40 yard that was no good, wide left, and then he nailed 2. And, of course, the extra point. Your big scorer tonight is Javier Medina with 7 of the Tigers' 13 points.
He would be your MVP so far tonight, for sure.
Yeah, well, it's still going to have to play. So far. You were right. So far.
Okay. Thank you.
Medina to kick. End over end. From the goal line. Into the end zone. You can't bring it back in Oklahoma, young man. It is a touchback. He wanted to. Sprinting down the field was Dominic Martinez, wondering, why is no one touching me?
Why is the whistle blown, and this should be harder than this?
It should be. There's a reason. Yeah, he backed his, we had that back leg as he was planning to catch the ball into the end zone, and that's automatic touchback.
Very similar to one that was in the first half. But it was just about a half yard shorter kick by Medina.
Right.
And he didn't put that back foot into the end zone.
So the Wolves break the huddle 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Lujan, the quarterback. Man in motion from right to left. Handoff. Smith got a big hole right side. Is across to the 30. And onto the ground he goes. Smith tackled hard, but he should have enough for a Dalhart first down and one of their best runs of the night.
Victor Segala, I believe, in on the stop for the Tigers, but one of the best rushing plays, maybe by far, really, by I keep wanting to call him Alexander. I don't know why. By Smith, as they kind of had a lot more action in the backfield, and that allowed Smith to get some big yards there.
A man in motion again, right to left. Fake, hand it to Smith. They'll try the other side. Good running room out to the 35. It's a pickup of 4. And Dalhart at least showing with a little more authority in terms of blocking as they start this second half on this first couple of running plays.
Kind of catching the Tigers defensively on their heels. And they're just going to have to buckle down here and get into the backfield and start disrupting like they did in the first half.
Lujan. Pistol, high snap, controls it, gives to Smith. We'll try the right side, slow developing plays. Got the first down and more across the 45 to the 50. And out of bounds on that far sideline. We'll have to see where the forward progress was stopped. But good running there by Connor Smith as he moves the ball into Guymon Tiger territory.
Boy, very quickly, Dalhart has moved into Tiger territory and picked up a couple of first downs and really shown some life that we never saw in the first half by this team.
20-yard pickup there for Smith. 1st and 10. Wolves, high snap, controlled by Lujan, handed off to Smith again. And I tell you what, they found some kind of trap blocking or something, Todd, that has worked on these first 4 plays as Smith goes inside the 40 down to the 37. It's a pickup of 8, 2nd and short.
Well, he's carried the ball 4 straight times, and almost all of them have been right over that right-hand side going just off tackle. And the Tigers cannot make the adjustment, and until they do, I imagine Mr. Smith is going to continue to get the ball.
Going to hand off? No, this time, yes, a handoff on the jet sweep from right to left and back to the line of scrimmage. And the Tigers sniffed that out very, very quickly. Stephen Tello, no gain on the play.
Levi Padilla coming in to make the stop for the Tigers, and that may be the first time that we've actually called his number tonight.
Levi?
Yeah.
Punted, I think, once, maybe in the first half.
Yes, but defensively,
I think
don't
you're
know
right.
that we've called his number, which is surprising.
3rd down and a short 3.
Oh.
Bad snap, ball's in the air. There's a big pile at the 40. Guymon says it's recovered, waiting for the officials, and the Tigers have turned them over. Guymon Tiger football on the fumble recovery.
Boy, what a great break as Dalhart came out after the half and really had things going, picking up a couple of first downs. Really looked like they had figured something out. And just like that, a bad snap. And the snap has been somewhat of an issue for Lujan coming to him.
It's been suspect many, many times, but he's been able to control it. Couldn't do it that time. 1st and 10 Tigers from their own 39-yard line after the turnover. Santos remains at quarterback. Handoff to Lagarda, right side. Good defense from the Wolves there. Lagarda gets 3 one-on-one tackle, and the Wolves defensively pretty solid there.
Victor had 52 yards in the first half, and you got to be excited about that. He didn't get a whole lot of catches or runs, only 8 carries in the first half.
Just underway, second half. Quick pass in traffic. How did they come down with it? It is complete, but short of the first down. Ochoa hauls it down. I'll tell you what, Todd, that was in serious Colton Wolf traffic.
Man, and what a gutsy throw by Santos, who looked left all the way, and then at the last second turned back to the right, found the crossing Ochoa on the post pattern, and threw the ball right on the money.
To the 48, a yard shy, 3rd and 1 for the Tigers from their own 48-yard line. Fakes. Santos on the keeper to the left side. Flag from the far side. Santos back to the line of scrimmage. He'll be still a yard shy, but let's see what the flag's all about.
Probably going to be either
against
offside.
The Tigers.
Yeah. That might be a good thing.
Waiting for the white hat to give us the official indication. Talking to the linesman here on this side. Head lineman on the other side. Procedure against the Tigers, and they'll play 3rd down again. So back to the 43 we go. On the procedure penalty, and 3rd and call it 7. So, I'm sorry, 6. 3rd and 6. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Santos, direct snap in the pistol. Looks left, throws left, got a man. That's Nash. Breaks a tackle. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers! Great! Cougar Buckley's! Carter Nash goes the distance. Touchdown, Tigers!
That was an impressive job from everybody that was on the field for the Tigers. Solid blocking up front, allowed Santos to set up in the pocket, wait for his man to break open. He did, and he threw a strike right on the money, and off to the races is Carter Nash in for the touchdown.
That was a thing of beauty, Todd. Right on the money. You're right. He did not have to break stride, hauled it in, and then Carter kicked in the afterburners, had one man to beat and did. Extra point attempt is on the way, and the Tigers' lead is 20-0 over Dalhart. 8:30 left in the 3rd period of play. We'll step aside. Back after this timeout. You're listening to Tiger Sports on KKBS. Guymon Tigers have stretched the lead here on homecoming night to 20-0 as homecoming king Carter Nash hauls in a 57-yard touchdown pass pass from quarterback Jacob Santos, and the Tigers with 8.5 minutes left in the third period lead 20-0. Defense is pitching the shutout. The offense has come to life. Things are looking good in Tigerland. Javier Medina to kick off. Dalhart's Golden Wolves back to receive. Waiting the kickoff is Dominic Martinez. Kicks away. Martinez takes it right at the 1. He's going to get a return from the 5 to the 10. Goes to the right-hand side, 15, 20. Trying to get the afterburners in and gets out to the 28-yard line. And that is where Dalhart will start on this. Dalhart had the first possession of this and had things going, Todd. Had a good running game going. And then the Tigers turned him over on the fumble and then made him pay.
Excuse me. Let me mic up here.
I need to reach out and
touch somebody.
No, let's not do
Boy,
that.
the turnover has been kind to the Tigers here in this ball game.
Dalhart from their own 28. Play goes off of right tackle. Decent running room over there for the Golden Wolves. Stretches for 4, maybe got 5. That is Smith with the carry. And they will give him forward progress to the 34. A pickup of 6. That's a generous spot. Direct snap. Newhan hands it off. Smith with the whole left side. Now he's got a man to beat. Got some open running room. 50, 45, 40. Down to the 30. And inside the 30, Smith to the 25-yard line.
One of the Tigers a little slow getting up because he got ran over by Mr. Connor Smith, who very impressive here in the third quarter. He's having a whale of a third quarter.
39 yards on the carry, Todd, down to the Tiger 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Wolves. Again, Smith with the handoff to the left side, bounces it outside, 20, block is coming and it's going to come back, Todd. Down inside the 10, he goes to the 6. I think they're going to get Dalhart with maybe a crackback, maybe a hold.
I think it's going to be a hold.
This was a first down play that originated from the 25. 2 different hankies on the ground. The holding is against Dalhart, and they'll mark it from the point of the infraction, which was the 18, so he'll get 7 on the carry, and then mark the 10 off back to the 28-yard line.
First penalty of the second half for Dalhart. So now they're up to 11 for 75 yards, and that's a big one because Smith was running hard.
So 1st and 13 after the holding call. Smith was down inside the 10, and it's brought back. New running back. Going to bounce to the outside. Breaks 1 tackle. Through some traffic. Down to the 20. Maybe got inside. Carrying the ball there for the Golden Wolves is Noah Martinez. And a flag with a lot of hang time at after the play was long dead.
Personal foul?
Yeah, you can think.
Yeah. Anytime there's serious hang time, you know it's probably a personal foul. Dalhart clapping their hands like it's against Guymon.
And it is.
And it is.
Forward progress looked to be down to the 20 for 8 yards plus the personal foul, which should be half the distance. So mark it at the 10. And depending, I think they put it right on the 10-yard line, so it is a 1st and goal to go for Dalhart.
That's a problem that the Tigers can ill afford as they move into district play after tonight.
High snap, Lujan controls it. Handoff goes again to Martinez. That's Noah Martinez with a yard. And you got to figure that Martinez is in the game at least to give Smith a blow because he has been the workhorse in the early third quarter for Dalhart.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of carries. He's got 7 carries here already, and he's up over 100 yards for the ball game.
No gain, really, for Martinez on the previous play. Call it 2nd and goal from the 10 for Dalhart. This is their first serious threat offensively in the ball game. Smith back in, starts right, dances, tries to get to the goal line, and does. Smith across the goal line from 10 yards out, touchdown Golden Wolves.
We saw it in the opening drive. Very impressive, complete change by this Dalhart team offensively. They have been awakened by the coaching staff here at the half, it would have seemed, because they're getting blocks and they have found something over that right-hand side, going off tackle on the right-hand side, and Smith has had a heyday over there.
And they figured out something about the Guymon defensive scheme that they didn't see before they went into halftime, and now have found a way to take advantage of it. Extra point attempt to come for the Golden Wolves, who are on the board after the 10-yard touchdown run from Connor Smith. Extra point attempt coming. Snap is back, kick is on the way. Looks good, is good, and the Dalhart Golden Wolves spoil the shutout bid with the extra point from Brett Johnson, making it 20-7. 6:30 left in the third quarter. We'll step aside. Back after this timeout. You're listening to Guymon Tiger football on KKBS The Ball. Guymon Tigers leading Dalhart 20-7 here in the mid portion of the third period. Dalhart has had 2 solid drives. A fumble stopped the first one. The Tigers turned that into points, but this second drive, again, Dalhart finding some offense to start this second half. I don't know what they saw and talked about at halftime, but it's a different team than it was in the first half.
Big time, big difference, and Smith is a big part of it, but that offensive line on the right-hand side is making room for him, as he now has 118 yards, and the Tigers give up their first points at home of the 2015 campaign.
Johnson with the short pooch kick.
Ooh, let it go.
Got to know where it is, guys. Guymon just falls on it at the 35. And Dalhart, you think they're trying to take advantage of a midfield kind of almost onside kick.
Yeah. I'm not sure the kid has the leg to do much more than that, honestly.
Well, that may be true. In fact, may be really true. Tigers will have first and 10 from their own 35. Santos remains at quarterback. Receivers, 3 of them come to the right side, 1 left. Single running back behind Santos on the first and 10. Handoff will go to that running back, and he'll be dropped for a loss. Dalhart defensively with great penetration and no place to run for the running back. He'll lose yardage. That is Drew Winter with the carry.
Boy, good penetration by the Golden Wolves there, getting in the backfield, and Drew was lucky to get his hands around the ball.
2nd and 15, 5-yard loss. I think they drew, well, I don't know, might have been movement on the left-hand side of the Guymon line. We'll wait for the officials. They say it is offside against Dalhart. Good enough. So back to the 35 we go.
12th penalty of the ball game for 80 yards against Dalhart.
2nd down and 10 after the penalty. Santos in the pistol. Direct snap, handoff. Slipping a defender and getting into the middle of the field with the carry, 3 yards or so. Again, Winter staying at the running back position. 3rd and long for the Tigers.
Carries in the first half were pretty balanced between he and Mr. Lagarda. And Drew getting this drive as he will go to the sideline. And Mr. Lagarda will come back in.
They gave him 4 yards on the carry, stretched it out to the 39. So 3rd and a very long 6. Santos wants to throw left, heaves it out there. Got Carter Nash, holds it in and is tackled immediately. Nash with a great catch. And it is first down Tigers in Dalhart territory. Nash down at the Golden Wolf 46-yard line.
What a great leap that time by Mr. Nash. This time he timed his jump perfectly, went up on a great bullet pass, and he pulls that ball in.
Quick snap, handoff to Winters. Got some running room, though. This is Lagarda with the run. Across the 45, down to the 42. Tigers with that no huddle all night long, and I really think that, as I said this in the first half, and I don't mean to be repetitive, but I think Dalhart's having a heck of a time trying to keep up with that. 4-yard gain on the Lagarda run. 2nd and 6. Handoff Lagarda right side. Ducks inside. Across the 40, down to the 34. Very close to a first down.
Boy, what a solid run brought down by Matthew Castillo at the end. But Victor just seems to hit the hole with a high amount of authority. I mean, he is moving when he gets in there.
I'll tell you what, Todd, too. He just seems like he's a much bigger kid, too, this year as compared to last season. I don't know if that's just my perception or not, but he seems like he's a bigger, stronger kid.
I see that.
1st and 10 Tigers, they say. Move the chains from the 34 in Dalhart territory. Santos has got to pull it down. Wanted to throw, and then is tackled high back to the line of scrimmage. That is Connor Smith, who has been Mr. Everything for Dalhart tonight.
Yeah, boy, it makes me a little nervous.
Sure. He gave him about half a yard on the play. maybe a full yard on the play, so 2nd and 9. Pat going with the handoff to Lagarda, and he drives the pile down to the 32, pickup of a couple. So third.
Lagarda now up to 67 yards on the ball game. Big down here for the Tigers. They really need to keep this drive going.
3rd and 6. Santos. Oh, through the hands of the receiver who was wide open at the 26-yard line. Had a lot of running room, or had some running room, but couldn't haul it in. It is incomplete. 3:51 left in the third quarter. Intended receiver out there on the left-hand side for the Tigers was Christian Hinajos.
First incomplete pass thrown by Santos in this ball game.
Wow.
And that wasn't his fault.
On 4th down, Tigers going to go for it. Santos looks left now, releases Ochoa. What a great set of communication, overthrown. I tell you what, Santos and Ochoa communicating on the play, and Ochoa breaks off and heads to the goal line and was open.
Oh, by 5 yards. Defender completely missed that Ochoa was going to break away, and he was caught standing around looking, and the pass just sailed a bit on Santos, and it falls incomplete, and Dalhart takes over on downs.
So 1st and 10, Dalhart from their own 31 as they turn the Tigers over on downs. 3:45 left third period. Guymon leads 20-7. New running back that has been in, that is Martinez. Noah Martinez on the right-hand side. Martinez clearly spelling Smith from time to time. Martinez gets 4 yards to the 35.
And again, they go off tackle on the right-hand side, and again, they find some success as the Tigers have not made the adjustment just yet. Put somebody over there.
2nd and 6, the call. Wolves from their own 35, direct snap. Lujan hands it off to Martinez. He'll try the left side. Started right, then came back to the left. Gets to the 40. It's a pickup of 5. 3rd and short for Dalhart.
A big down here again for the Tigers. They've got to show that they can stop this Golden Wolf team here in the second half, because the only team that has stopped Dalhart in the second half is themselves.
3rd and a long yard for the Wolves from their own 40-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Lujan in the pistol, high snap controlled. Handoff comes to Martinez, left side. Stood up right at the 40. Going to be short. Going to be short of the first down. Got maybe a foot. Essentially no gain. It brings up 4th and short.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see what the coaching staff, head coach Joey Reed, will decide to do here with 4th and a full yard after having not made it. But you know they got to go.
You got to, honestly, I think you got to punt.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah. I think you got to punt. You don't want to give our kids only 40 yards to have to cover.
2 minutes in the third.
You're only down 2 scores. I don't think you gamble yet, although it looks like you in it.
Well, we don't know. We'll see if we stop
Lujan
them.
trying to move a running back from right to left. Direct snap to him, handoff to Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Man in the backfield. He'll be stopped short, well short. Stopped at the 39, the Tiger D, with a big play, and they should have done what I said.
You're right. See, it turns out you were right. It turns out you were right. I still think it's the right call, but I think I would have gone with something different. I would have gone with play action, look for something across the middle.
Or go to that play they've been running with Smith to the right side that has been working like a charm all through this third quarter. So Tigers turn them over on that. So turnovers on down the last 2 possessions, 1 for each team.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say.
1st and 10 Tigers from the Dalhart 39. Buck 47 left third period. Guymon leads 20-7. Santos hands off. Lagarda met at the point of attack. Somebody's hat comes off. Lagarda is going to lose maybe a yard. Hard hit there on the left-hand side.
Big hit coming from Matthew Castillo, number 7. He's the one that loses his hat, so I'm assuming he's the one that delivered the hit. But, boy, there was a host of Wolves in the backfield as the offensive line really broke down that time.
2nd and 11 for the Tigers at the Wolf 40. Santos wants to throw. Now pulls it down, will run. He's got a little bit of room, tries to get to the outside, has to dive then inside the 40. Dalhart reacting very quickly to Santos as he took off. He gets to the 37 for a pickup of 3, It'll be 3rd and long.
Linebackers were playing pretty close to the line of scrimmage, not going back in coverage, and that's the reason that they were able to bring Santos down fairly quickly. Good coverage downfield for Santos to tuck it and run.
3rd and 8 Tigers from the 38. Wolf territory. Snap controlled by Santos. Timing, throws it left. Hauled in to the 10, to the 5, stretches out. Touchdown Tigers! Great Kergley-Mergley! On that left-hand side, was that Carter Nash with another touchdown catch?
I think it might have been. There's a host of Tigers wrapped around whoever caught that pass. That was Carter Nash, who gets his 2nd touchdown of the quarter and the night. As a pass really well done. He was under a huge amount of pressure, took a big hit as he released that ball, and somehow was able to get some force behind it. How he did that, I have no idea. And Carter hauls it in. That's impressive.
Extra point attempt to come. The Tigers get the touchdown back. Medina's kick is away, and it is good. Tiger lead back to 19, back to 20. As the Tigers lead 27-7, 37 seconds left in the 3rd. We'll step aside back after this timeout. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS The Ball. Tigers get the touchdown back, if you will, as they go 27-7 is the lead. 37 seconds left in the 3rd period. The Tigers 3 plays, 40 yards, and 38 of that coming on the touchdown pass from Santos to Carter Nash.
I knew something was good when you said it was 3rd and 8 from the 38. Great symmetry. I just felt good about it.
I covered 38 yards. All 3s and 8s, man. All 3s and 8s.
If you're working the lottery tonight.
Maybe your numbers. Wait. They blow the kick dead. Hold on.
Tigers
Medina,
are probably offside.
I think you're probably right. They've had that call. That would be the 2nd time tonight on a kickoff. And I think we had one of those last week at the beginning of the Liberal game, too.
I believe you're right, come to think of it.
27-7. Guymon on top. It is homecoming. Nobody's gone home tonight.
Dalhart side's pretty full. Guymon side probably 90% full.
Yeah, it's a good turnout tonight.
Great turnout, and everybody's happy to be here.
Medina, I can't complain. Medina to kick off, 5 yards deeper. Here we go. Gets his toe into it. Short to the near side. Fielded by a Golden Wolf at the 36. Now, wonder what that was about.
Maybe they were thinking about. I think he just missed it.
Uncharacteristic for Medina.
Yeah, big time. He's had a whale of a night.
So Tigers will go on defense. Dalhart with the football. Late going 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 36. Dalhart's found some offense in this quarter.
Oh, yeah. As Connor Smith now has 117 yards for the ball game.
Handoff to Smith, right side. They come back and pinch him down from the right-hand side. He'll pick up 2 or 3. Give him 2. And, boy, you like to finally see some solution there in terms of shutting that play down, because that has been a killer to the Tigers throughout this 3rd quarter.
Levi Padilla makes a stop, but he's had some big runs, 20, 39, 10, 11 yards.
2nd and 8. Wolves direct snap to Lujan. Oh, self-tackleization. Smith on the handoff right at the 35-yard line. Shout out to our buddy Doug Shelton for the self-tackleization terminology that we've now used for how many years?
Oh, my gosh, a long, long time. And saw Doug this summer, of course, and had to, of course, mention to him that that was still alive and well in our broadcast.
Dalhart goes on offense. Flag flies on the first play, I believe, coming into the pile as Smith goes to his right-hand side, is across the 40 to the 43. Maybe I imagined the flag. Nope, there it is. Thought I saw it come out, but it got lost in the shuffle.
A nice gain, again, over the right-hand side by Smith. We'll wait and see. It is holding against Dalhart, so that'll negate that run.
Flag was out at about the 37, 38, so they'll mark it off from there. We'll be playing 3rd down from much further down the field.
It turns out to be about an 18-yard penalty because he had gained about 8 yards. Flags at the line of scrimmage. So
it indeed was. So 3rd down, they've got to go from the 25. to the 46. 3rd and 21. Long 21, I might add. For the Wolves, just underway here in the 4th quarter. I have an apology to make. We'll get to that in a second. Man in motion from right to left. Lujan wants to throw. Gets the pass completed out to the left-hand side, and the man taken down out there. Not back to the original line of scrimmage or thereabouts. There with the catch was Kodiak Martinez at the 35-yard line.
And that's the first pass that Lujan has thrown here in the second half.
Good for 10. Brings up 4th down at the Dalhart 35.
Dalhart
so get ready.
Not going for it this time.
Yep. Get ready for the punt. Smith in punt formation. Holman back to receive. Snap is back. Punts away. Holman comes up on it from the 26. And nice open field tackle. Is no return for Holman there.
Good tackle by Dominique Martinez, who comes through there and gets just enough of Bailey. Spins him around and he can't keep his feet under him. Coaching staff gives him a slap on the back of the head as he heads to the sideline. Don't worry about it, Bailey.
40 yards on the punt. And I will apologize to the whole KKBS crew. Marcia, Remy, I'm sorry. and I don't even want to mention why now.
No.
Let's just say I came really close to making a fairly big error.
Fairly big.
Fairly big. I work for the boss now. Let's just put it that way.
There you go. You're part of the boss team.
That's right. Santos, and we're in our 3rd year doing this. You'd think by now that I wouldn't do something like that. Santos to throw on 1st down. Oh, through the hands of Nash at the 30-yard line. Incomplete. Steady hands, not there. 2nd and 10 Tigers.
Now 157 yards passing for the Tigers, just a tick over 13 yards per completion. Tigers have 106 yards rushing, total offense 263 yards.
Santos, handoff, got a little hole, closed up very quickly, back to the line of scrimmage. Tiger running back is slow to get up. And I'm trying to pick up who that was. That is Lagarda with the carry.
A nice tackle by number 54, Reyes Lujan, probably related to the quarterback, I'm guessing.
One would guess. 3rd and 10, pass across the middle. Nash threw behind him just a little bit, and Carter tried to turn around and get it, couldn't get to it. It is incomplete. Tigers look like they will be in the punt formation on a 3-and-out.
Mr. Santos getting 126 of the 157 yards passing, as he has completed 6 of his 10 passes.
11:03 left in the ball game. Guymon leads 27-7. Dalhart should come out of this with decent field position as we await the punt. Padilla to do that. High snap controlled by Padilla. Gets it away. Line drive to the 40. On the 2nd bounce. Here comes the return. Midfield. And to the Tiger 47. Carrying the return there for the Wolves is Stephen Tello, and he has put Dalhart in excellent field position.
Great return for him and Dalhart as he takes it on the 2nd bounce and has good momentum behind him, and the Tigers were not down there. And that's something the Tigers have had some of an issue for in this early part of the season. Their coverage teams have not been down there quickly, or certainly as quickly as one would hope for.
So the Wolves with great position here at the Tiger 48, 1st and 10. Man in motion from right to left. Bad snap off the front of the helmet. Tigers may have gotten on it. We're waiting for the officials.
Tigers think they have it, of course.
Guymon Tigers recovery at midfield on the fumble. I tell you what, the snap hit Lujan right in the face mask and then bounced right back into the center's rear end.
I saw it bouncing back forward as I had looked down for just a moment. I see the bounce back and I think, oh, well, this has got to be good. That is the 3rd fumble, 2nd lost by Dalhart in the ball game, and they've given up 10 points on 5 turnovers so far.
1st and 10 Tigers from the 50. Handoff to Winter in the backfile. He is not going to escape. A slew of Golden Moles will The official blows the play dead at the 45. It's a loss of 5. So 2nd and 15 will be the call for the Tigers. Leading 27-7, 10:22 clock on the run here in the 4th quarter. Santos waiting the snap, wants to throw right, pitches it out there. Catch made in Dalhart territory. Forward progress stopped. The receiver at the Dalhart 45. There for the Tigers is Garrett Danner with the reception, and it's 3rd and 5.
A nice setup, great execution as they set him up in a shotgun. They have triplets to the right-hand side, have a pick out there, and Danner's able to pick that ball up right out of the air.
Triple receivers right. That's the short side across the middle. Pass. Almost hauled in. Off the helmet of a Golden Wolf is going up to get it and not able to haul it in. The intended receiver incomplete at the Dalhart 33. Would have been plenty enough for the first down, but it is incomplete.
I believe that was Ochoa, the intended receiver, and it would appear that the Tigers are going to go ahead and punt the ball away.
This will be a 4th and 5. This should put, depending on coverage, one would think Dalhart would be in fairly perilous field position, relatively speaking anyway. They got to run Homan from the sideline.
We have a moth in here
Yep,
now
we do.
that is driving us crazy.
Padilla to punt. Snap is back. Punts away. Nice, high, spiral. Bounces at the 15, takes a Dalhart roll back outside the 20, and the Tigers
get on it.
Take their time to get it. You're exactly right.
It's going the wrong way, boys. Let's get on
Touch it down. Officials say the Tigers touch it down at the 22. That is where the Dalhart Wolves will take over.
Guymon has 267 yards, total offense 101 running, and 166 in passing. Dalhart is up to 163 yards, 134 of that on 35 carries, rushing, and 29 yards passing.
9.5 minutes left in the ball game. Guymon leading 27-7. It is homecoming. Carter Nash has had a heck of a night. Won the homecoming king title. Had a queen crowned.
Yes.
Crystal Gerardo crowned with him, and has a touchdown pass. Or 2, I believe 2. Lujan, direct snap to him, play action, throw pass to the right-hand side, complete. Forward progress to the 29. It's a pickup of 7 for Stephen Tello.
A nice, easy play there for Dalhart as he just set up. No Tigers were around him, and he's able to spin out and get some nice yards.
2nd and 3. Wolves, quick pass, same kind of play. Tello hauls it in, then turns it upfield, gets to the 34, moves the chains, keeps the possession going for the Wolves. Not fancy, but it is successful.
Effective.
Yeah,
very effective as the Tigers are not picking him up coming out of the backfield, and he's just setting up about 6-7 yards down the field and waiting for the pass to come his way.
1st and 10 Wolves. Now they'll put Tello in motion from right to left. Lujan rolls left, passes left, complete to Tello, but it's going to be well defensed, and Tello will be dropped for a loss after the complete pass back at the 32. Loss of a couple.
I like that much, much, much better.
That'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Wolves as we go under 8.5 minutes left in the ball game.
Lujan 4 of 4 here in the second half, having a much more successful venture here in the second half as Dalhart's offense has as well.
Quick pass. Oh, up in the air, tip drill, but nobody can come down with it. The intended receiver for the Wolves on the right-hand side was Thomas Monarez, but it is incomplete.
My efforts were successful. We told him that he hadn't thrown an incomplete pass, and he doesn't.
You jinxed him very nicely.
Thank you. I appreciate you recognizing that effort on my part. Clearly, that's the only way I'm ever going to contribute.
Get that mental coaching thing.
Yeah.
3rd and 12. High snap controlled by Lujan. He'll hand it off to Martinez, who'll try the left side. And he's still on his feet.
Wow.
Hard running on the left side. He'll get to the 35-ish. He'll be well short of what he needed for the first down. Brings up 4th down for the Wolves. Got to wonder if Smith is just a little gimpy or something, Todd. We haven't seen him touch the ball in a bit.
It has been a bit, and we saw him on the last series, but he had a much more limited success as the Tigers have made the adjustments they needed to from those first couple of series.
Pick up a 4 on the last play, brings up 4th and 8. Wolves show punt with Smith on the field to do those duties. Holman back at his own 25, waiting to receive. Snap is back. Smith, fake punt, in trouble. Tigers are going to stiff it out and drop him back at the 30-yard line. I knew there he is. I think they blew the play dead.
Okay, good.
I knew they were going to try that at some point. You can't bring him be that tight and have that running back that is that successful and also do your punting and not try to take advantage of that at some point.
Sure. And the Tigers were ready and waiting for him. And there was about 2, maybe 3 Tigers there immediately. And of course, he's so close to the line of scrimmage anyway. And they get penetration and bring him down in the backfield and take over on down.
10-yard loss. Back to the 26. Tigers with a superb opportunity here to put the icing on the cake. Santos, handoff, left-hand side, running, hard running, flag at the end of the play. Couple of yards picked up for the running back there for the Tigers. It is Anthony Luna with the carry. Let's see what the flag is.
Probably holding, but it might have.
Yeah, he picked up the flag and set it where the infraction occurred. You almost have to think that's going to be holding. Almost, but they sure are quick to tell us. Holding finally took forever against the Tigers. Put the flag at the 25, so give a net gain of 1 to Luna on the run.
Okay.
10 yards from their spot of the foul back to the 35, 1st and 19.
That is the 10th penalty of the ball game, assessed against the Tigers for 88 yards, and Coach Richmond will not be happy about that.
Nope. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Luna stays at running back, 1st and 19 from the 35. Santos looks right, now pulls it down. Pressure from the backside, lost the handle. And I think Dalhart may have gotten on it. Looked like Bailey Holman trying to rip it out. Maybe he got it.
Yep, he did.
Wow, Bailey, that may be his play of the night right there, because there wasn't really, he just stole that away from a couple of Golden Wolves.
I don't know how in the world he managed to get it. He had 2 of the Golden Wolves on his back and somehow fought his way in and spun out of it on the ground with the ball.
Seriously, Bailey's play of the night right there. No gain, no loss on the fumble. 2nd and 19 from the Wolf 35. Santos, direct snap. Looks right, throws across the middle. Got him. That's Holman to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown across the middle. Holman gets the payoff for getting the fumble recovery on the touchdown. Jacob says, thank you for saving me. Here's 6 points. Wow. Touchdown comes with 7:12 left of the ballgame. Snap is back. Kick on the way. It is blocked. No good. Score will stay 33-7. Tigers leading by 26. We'll step aside back after this timeout. You're listening to Tiger Football on KKBS Company. Tigers to kick off, leading by 26. Medina, short kick through the hands of one of the Wolves, and he just falls on it. Tigers get into the pile, but I think Dalhart got back on the football at about the 26-yard line. 33-7. Guymon leading in homecoming. Direct snap, Lujan, handoff. This is Martinez, tries the right side. Nothing doing. They'll blow the play dead. And I just really am concerned, Todd, that Connor Smith has disappeared from the offense for the Golden Wolves. He's just disappeared.
Yeah, and seems odd because they brought him in to punt on the last series. But he has not been rushing the ball. He's got over 100 yards. He's got some big runs, but clearly the Tigers have diagnosed it because his last 5 carries have gone for -1, 2 yards, 3-yard loss, 0 yards, and of course the 10-yard loss on the punt.
2nd and 8. 2-yard gain on the previous play for Martinez. Direct snap, Lujan hands it off. Martinez will try the left side. Trying to get to the corner. Purdy meets him at the line of scrimmage and then gets help at the 30. It'll be good for about a yard, and again, Dalhart will be 3rd and long.
Purdy doing a great job of coming from the middle of the field, recognizing where the ball was going, showing good speed, and going to the point of attack where he thought Martinez would be, and he got there just in time and wraps him up after the short gain.
3rd and long 6, short 7. Dalhart breaks the huddle. We go under 6 minutes left in the ball game. Guymon leading by 26. Luan wants to throw. Little bubble screen right side. Boy, the Tigers had that broken up before it even developed. The complete pass to the near side is going to be for a loss of a yard.
Levi Padilla, again, playing great defense for this Tiger team, comes in coverage and wraps up, who was that? Oh, yeah, Mr. Tello.
Yep.
Very, very quickly.
Yep, Tello with the, had the catch, but man, he just didn't have any of the blocking in front of him that he needed. So 4th and long, call it 8, and this may be make or break for Dalhart here.
Clearly they're going to go for it.
I don't think they've got a choice. Down by 26, it's 4 possession ball game. You don't really have a choice.
Nope, just go for it. Oops, and a delay.
Yep, delay a game, ran out of time. You could see Lujan had gone to the sideline to get the play call and just didn't get back quickly enough to get into the huddle and get it called.
14th penalty for 95 yards against Dalhart, but they're still going to go for it.
Moves it back to the 24, so 4th and 13. No, they're going to punt. Smith came in, punts it to the near side, and Holman lets it roll out of bounds at the Tiger 40-yard line. No return on the play. Tigers will take over from their own 40, 1st and 10. I keep looking. I need to think about this to see if Smith is maybe gimping off. Maybe but I really haven't seen that.
No, they really haven't given us an opportunity to see him run the ball here in the 4th quarter.
Tigers, no huddle. This would actually be where I'd think about if maybe running some huddle and running some slower paced offense at this point. Santos talks to his running back on the 1st and 10. Handoff. Got a nice hole left side. Ball's on the ground. Kick to the sideline. Goes out of bounds. So Tigers should retain possession at the 41. Ooh.
Yeah, that's very lucky for the Tigers, or fortunate, not lucky, but as he's cutting back to his left, one of the Golden Wolves sticks a hand in there, kind of similar to what we saw at the end of the Kansas City-Denver game last night, which turned out pretty nice for Denver, as they pick up the fumble, run it in, and win the ball game with 7 seconds left or something, as we have a flag comes out from the line judge.
It's going to be procedure. One of the Guymon receivers on the left side jumped 5 yards back to the 36.
Another coaching point for Coach Richmond and his staff as they prepare for Southeast next week.
You guys will be on the road. I'm also on the road next week, but I'm wearing a different hat. You and the captain are calling it next week. Tigers will run the play to the near sideline. Maybe a yard on the play. Is that Winters with the carry or Guerrero with the carry?
I think that's Guerrero,
I think it is Guerrero with the carry.
Another new running back. Getting a couple of Luna and Guerrero into the ball game for the first time this season.
3rd and long Tigers. About 13 to go from their own 37. Direct stamp. Santos swing pass right side. Completed. And out to the 40. And Tigers will be in a 4th and 10, and we'll expect to see the punt unit come on.
Who caught that pass?
I think it may have been Guerrero coming out of the backfield.
That's kind of what I thought.
That's what I've got anyway.
I would agree.
So 4th down Tigers, 3:48 in the clock on the move. Tigers leading 33-7. Barring weirdness, Guymon will go to 2-1. And think about this for a second, Todd. We were down to about 3.5 minutes left in the game last week, and the Tigers had the ball down by 2, and with an opportunity perhaps. Think how close this team is to being a 3-0 team tonight.
Big time.
Pretty close.
It's really, really close, as we have a procedure penalty against Guymon.
Mark it back from the 37, to the 34. Okay.
They forgot where it was.
I think so. Punt unit on. Maybe we forgot where it was. That wouldn't be surprised either. Padilla gets the punt away. Nice punt. Receiver back to the 30, I'm sorry. 35. And out of bounds on the far side. Flags come out.
Thank you. It was about 10 seconds late, but it was a block in the back against Dalhart. It should be the call, as one of the Tigers was coming in to make the tackle, got pushed away from the backside, and that is illegal in Oklahoma high school football.
You cannot do that. The return back to the 37 for the Wolves, but you're going to lose a little of that. Flag was down at the 25. And that's where they'll mark the penalty from. So it goes, the return to the 37, decent return, wiped out. Then the penalty yardage marks it from the 25 back to the 15, and that's where the Wolves will have 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. That's tough.
Yep, and that's the second one tonight that comes to mind where they had a nice gain, and it's all brought back because of penalty, and it doesn't cost them just the 10 yards. It cost them closer to 20 yards both times.
Yeah. 1st and 10 Wolves. Snap on the ground, in trouble. Tigers now there all over the running back who got on the ball for Dalhart, but he'll be dropped inside the 10-yard line. Dalhart will retain possession right at the 10. I think that was Martinez that got back on the ball.
I think you're right.
2nd and 15. Boy, the Wolves, wow. A 2-1 team, Todd, that really the Tigers tested him, and Dalhart comes up wanting tonight. Guymon, fits and starts at times, but pretty impressive win.
Very impressive win, because I thought this would be a fairly tight game. I felt like the Tigers had a real opportunity to win it, but I never dreamed they'd win 33-7.
Yeah, well, I don't even think we talked about the Oklahomans' prediction, which was not Guymon friendly.
No, it was not even close.
Martinez in a hole to the right side picks up a yard or two, and will bring up 3rd down.
The Oklahoman had a Dalhart winning 35-13.
Well, just flip it.
Just flip it.
It's a lot closer then. Under 2 minutes left in the ball game. Tigers will go to 2-1 and head into district play on the road, as Singletary told you. Matt, the captain, and Todd will be on the road next week with that call from Oklahoma City.
Been a while since I've been to Southeast.
God, it has been a while, hasn't it?
Oh, man.
Good way to start the district, though. It's a winnable ball game.
It certainly should. Southeast is 0-2 coming in tonight and was not expected to do well tonight.
Pass complete to the left hand. No, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver on the left-hand side. Lujan had it in Kodiak Martinez's hands, and he just couldn't haul it in. Incomplete, 4th down for Dalhart.
Southeast was hosting U.S. Grant tonight. Both teams looking for their first win of the season.
I'd give the nod there to Southeast as the probable winner.
Yes, the Oklahoman agreed, actually. I misremembered. Oklahoma had that one 35-22.
Smith into punt. Let's watch him at the end of this, Todd. Let's just see.
Yeah.
Gets the punt away. Here comes the return through the hands, and it may have touched Guymon's receiver. Ball's recovered ultimately by Guymon at the 39. Woo! Dodged that bullet. Dodged that bullet indeed. Getting on the ball for the Tigers was Christian Reyes. Woo!
I feel a little better now that we got the ball back. I watched Mr. Smith walk to the sideline, and he kind of trotted. Didn't see anything that caused for alarm.
Minute and 11 seconds left for the Tigers to run out. And you can maybe start hearing a little celebration along that sideline.
Oh, I would think so. They've got to be pretty excited.
Direct stamp, Santos, handoff right into the pile. Going to lose a yard, maybe 2. Wolves were all over that play. 2nd down. Guerrero, no, with the carry. Luna with the carry, you're right. Loss of a yard. Back to the 38.
Tigers will use all of the play clock.
Yes, please.
Down to 15 seconds.
play their cards right, this may be the last play of the game.
I think it probably is.
Jacob waits for the play clock to get under 10. Snap back to him. Handoff. Should be Luna with the carry. Moves the pile out to the 45. Near the 46. Won't be enough for the first down. Not that it matters at this point.
Nice run by Mr. Luna. And that will be the last play of the ball game unless the Tigers want to run another one. As we're now down to 7 seconds.
8 seconds left in the ball game. That should do it. You don't have to snap it. Start shaking hands. There you go. Ball game, folks. Guymon wins homecoming. 33-7 will be the final over the favored Golden Wolves tonight. And Guymon moves to 2-1 in the non-district portion of the schedule. And this is a team, folks, going in the right direction. Guymon wins it.